Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Sid's Blue Sky Farm on this bright and beautiful day. A little bit windy, and believe it or not, a little bit chilly this morning. Seems like early April instead of late May. We've got a lot of things we've got to accomplish today. I've got the seeder or the planter in the side-by-side, and we'll go down and we will replant sweet corn and field corn for the third time. Along with that, we've got some before and after shots of things that we've done around the farm for you to kind of do a little comparative with. We've got an awful lot of bush hogging to do. I've got to get about 3/4 of the way through today, come back and finish it tomorrow. So instead of talking about it, let's get this whole thing rolling and go to work. And here's a before shot of a little petunia that was growing wild in the path beside our shop. And here's the after shot. I just dug those little plants up, stuck them in good dirt, and they're going to make a nice little arrangement here on our fence line. This is a look at our effort to keep the crows out of the cornfield. You can see that I've tied string to almost every one of my posts for the pecan trees, and I have strings hanging down off each one of them out over the corn. Hopefully this will work. I checked this earlier, right before lunch actually, and I did not find a single piece of corn out of the ground with the roots chewed off, so maybe it's working. One thing that does look really good is this outside row. That's all okra, and I think every seed we put in the ground came up. Might have to do a little thinning on this row. You've all heard me talk about our volcano bushes that I plant just about everywhere on the farm. Here's an example of what they look like. Beautiful, kind of pinkish blooms, and those blooms will come out on just about every one of those stems. And it's almost like the entire bush turns pink. I don't have a before shot of this incredible rose bush, but I wanted to just give you a quick look at how good it looks here on the farm. The rain over the last few days really helped everything. And here's a just before on a couple of really nice gladiolas. Good morning, everyone. It is day 3 of our video this week. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I have just about sweated through my clothes just going out and picking a few vegetables this morning. But we've got some work to do, so here's what we're going to go accomplish this morning. I've got my small pump, and yeah, it is really loud, and the hose for the suction, the hose for filling up the tank. Got the forks on the tractor, and we're going to pick up our water barrel, go down to the pond, and just get a load of water and take it back to the garden. We have rain in the forecast for this afternoon, but you know how that goes. You never can count on it, and that rain's not going to help that barrel. I'll just go in and fill it up, haul it up here, and that way with a bucket I can water things if need be. But there's no need to talk about all this stuff. We need to just go and get it going. Let's go get some water. We'll take a couple of extra batteries just in case we need them down there to fill up that 55-gallon drum. Well, the moment of truth. It would help if I had the inlet and the outlet connected properly. Oh boy, what a great start to this project. And we have water. Now we'll just wait and see if we got enough battery power to fill up this drum. I really like the way the cabin by the pond is shaped up. We're keeping it nice and clean, mowed down. And very soon we're going to start working on the interior, maybe even as early as next week. Can't wait to get that started. I think it'll make a big difference in the cabin. Okay, good enough. The next big challenge we have is getting this heavy barrel out on these forks back up the hill, because now I got to drive and tilt those forks down to get it up the hill so it doesn't just flop around and fall backwards. And I've done that before. I spent a lot of time down here filling a barrel and then just dropped it about halfway up that hill and let it just pour everything out. But let's go give it a shot. Well, it's good to have that little chore out of the way. It takes quite a bit of time to get it done, but it's worth it to just have some water out here in case we need to put on the vegetables in the garden. As I said, it is quite warm out here now that it's about almost noon. And I think for today, we're probably going to call this a cut. Maybe for the week. We've got a little out-of-town action the next day or so. But we'll be back over the weekend to try to film a little bit more of interesting things that are happening here at Sid's Blue Sky Farm. Hope you enjoyed the video today. And if you did, please feel free to comment. We'd love to hear from you. But until we get back together again, and boy, that sun is just burning the back of my neck. But until we get back together again next week, everybody take care. Have a great week yourself. See you later.